Hello everyone, it's Amy and welcome back for another Journaling on a Budget Extra. We are finishing our lap book. This is our last video and we're just going to do a little bit of stamping. I have done some finish work already on this and I'll just show you what I've done as we go through. But to start with, I did add just a little Inspire here on the front of our writing tablet. And in the center where we had our strings hanging down, I did put some butterflies with a little bit of Wink of Stella on them just to finish that off. And so that's all we need to do with that. Coming over here, I did put a This Book Belongs To in the front. And I did some stenciling on there to make it match the inside of our envelope here. So those are all set. And then here I've went ahead and I have put a little pull out so that if you put something in that pocket, you can grab this and pull it out if it's something that's smaller and you can't get a hold of. And I think that we want to probably put a little something there. I've tried to pick out just a few things that might be, that might go with anyone, that anyone might like. We're not going to do a whole ton of stamping because you never know, people's tastes. So I thought some just, kind of cute, some that are kind of fun, or just kind of inspirational. So let's see here. So I've just picked some out. All of these are Studio 490, which is a Stampers Anonymous company. And this one says, Believe in Yourself. And I think that that is a really good one to put on here. And I think I'm going to put it up just a little bit. And I'm going to do a lot of this in brown StazOn because I want the permanentness of it. A few things we might do in our distress inks, but they don't come out as well. And then also, let's see, where did I put it? Because I left my, here it is, my cutting board out here. Because our book is, all different thicknesses and everything. I want to put something solid underneath wherever I'm going to stamp. Put my stamp pad off to the side. Just want to make sure that I get that really well. Because these are not a real, they're a little bit distressed stamps, but I kind of like that look. So I'm just going to make sure that we get real good pressure all over the whole thing. And I forgot my stamp block, so we're doing it this way. I really should probably go grab a stamp block just to get better even pressure. And if we make a mistake while we're doing this, well, we will just make some kind of a cover. We'll stamp on another piece of paper and cover it up. So that's what you do if you accidentally make a mistake. And there we go. Believe in yourself. Now the other thing that I have here is a little a Wink of Stella pen. And sometimes I just like to just kind of just give it a little bit of sparkle. Just maybe right here on the first couple letters and a little bit underneath. And that looks good to me. So we're going to leave that for just a second and let that dry. I'm going to be right back because I am going to grab a stamp block. It's very close. Okay, that'll make things a little bit easier. Alrighty, so we've got that, and I have some pieces of parchment here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw a piece of parchment on there just to make sure that it doesn't get on our one here. And so I don't want to stamp on this. With this being as smooth as it is, it would be hard to stamp on it, very possibly, and I don't have anything that goes up and down to stamp on it anyway. So, but I think that all of these, except I thought maybe that I would stamp on the front of this, but I thought maybe it really needs like a little bit of, like we need to stamp on a piece of paper and then glue it on the front because that's busy enough that it's not going to let's see, I'm on a tear. It's so busy, I don't know that a stamp would show up on that. So I'm just gonna kind of do this. And then decide what stamp we want to put on here. Okay, so that will fit on there. And let's see here. What else have I pulled out? Oh, this one says for the record. I don't think that's quite the right one for this spot. So let's see, what else do we have here? And I know that's, I already have some picked out, but now I have to look at the ones that I actually have picked out. I think that this one, let's see. I like this one. This one says, live your best. So we're going to do that in the brown. And I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller because it doesn't need to be as large as it is. And whenever I put a little, I don't know what you would call this, a little plate or something, I just like to make sure I don't have like super square corners. I like my corners to be a little bit rounded. Make sure that this is going to be big enough, and it is. I think I like the scale of that. So we're going to use our brown StazOn. And I do have my stamp block now. And then I'm just going to stamp right on here, kind of on a bit of an angle, because I don't know why. That is something that I like to do. And then we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of brown distressing around the edges. Or should we do pink? I think it needs to be brown. And I need my sponge for the brown. And I'm going to kind of do it off camera here. Just not above my book, because I don't want any little bits of brown to fall on my book and leave marks. And there we go. Live your best. And I think what we're going to do is put a little bit of pink with that too. I like the brown, but I think I need to lighten it up a little bit. So I'm going to just come along the edges and just kind of flatly come in further than the brown. Just very messy. When you're doing distressed, you don't want it to be too neat. I'm going to put just a little bit on here too. And then I'm going to come back around the edge with the brown to get it brown again. There, and I like the way that that looks. And we're going to put that right on there. And do we like that? I don't know that it goes. Neither the pink nor the brown. I don't like it, so we're not going to put it on there. We're going to go ahead and we are going to leave this as it is, because I'm not sure that now that I put something on there, that I like having something on there. So we're going to leave that one. That will be an option of the owner if they want to put something on that booklet or not. Maybe they want to put what's inside the booklet on a little tag. Okay, so now we've got this one, and I thought we'd put something across the top. So let's see here. How about breaking news? That kind of sounds like fun. And we're going to get rid of these distress inks so that we don't make a mess. Good thing I didn't push that up any further. I would have got the stays on my book. Whenever you're doing stamping and you have a big mess like this, you have to be careful where you set your pads at. Alrighty, grab my something solid here. It goes just like this, and we're going to just put this centered right at the top. So it's going to stick out the top of our pocket. Give it a second to soak in. It's not how hard you press, it's how long you wait. There we go. Breaking news. That's cute. And the thing is, if whoever gets this doesn't like these, you don't even have to replace it. You can just turn it the other way and boom, it's gone. But it's nice to just have a few fun little bits here and there. Okay, let's see. We don't need anything in any of these areas. Oh, I like this one right here. And I know what I want to put on there. I have one that says pull, and I want to put that right at the top. And all I have to do is find it. It's a very tiny, tiny one. Found it. See how tiny it is? Hopefully I don't lose this one because I use it a lot. I just think that this one is just cute. So we're going to ink that up. We have to decide where we want to put it. Do we want it in the middle? Let's see. I'm thinking maybe on an angle over on the side. So let's grab our solid piece and let's just put it. Wait a minute. How far does it stick out? Okay, that is going to stick out. So we're just going to put it right there. Make sure I have it right side up. And give it a second. There we go. I do like to put that. I put that on quite a few of these ones. And there we go. That's cute. And do we have a little something to go with it? I don't think so, because I don't know the style of whoever's going to get this book. So whether I put a flower or I put something, and I added a little journaling card in here since the last time. Okay, let's see here. And I also added a little journaling spot in each one of these. These are just paper, and these are the ones that lift up from the side, so they're easy to get in and out of. That. So I've got those all in there. There's one in each pocket except the top. And at the very top, in the very top one, this is the only one that is not open on the side. The rest of these, remember, we left them open on the side so we could get in there. But the top one, because we had to secure the whole thing down, the top one is actually a pocket. So I put a pull slot in here also, so that whatever you put down in there doesn't get lost. And that pushes right down in, and you can get a hold of it right there where the cutout is, and the little bit of the tag sticks out for you to get a hold of. Okay, and then in here, I put some little journaling cards in each one, a little journaling card in each one of these pockets while I was away. So I think that we have all the stamping there. Like I said, I don't want to do a whole ton because I just don't know what people would like. So then we're going to go over to this side and see what we need to add over here. Also on this side, I did put my my seal on this side, created by Amy. We have our pocket there. Okay, on here, I wanted to put something on here, and let me see here. Which one was it? It wasn't field notes, but it was something like that. Let's see here. I do apologize that this part is off screen. But it's just too hard to fit my, oh, I think that was, here it is. For the record is what I wanted to put on this one. And I am going to do this one because we have the blue bit of distress on here. I wanted to do it in the blue distress. Like I said, sometimes the distresses don't stamp very well. They're not really made for that, and these are also distressed stamps. In other words, they're not made to print completely. They're specifically designed to kind of leave little gaps to make it kind of look old and distressed. So hopefully this one will work good. And I'm going to put this over to this side because we have more of the distress stain over here. Give that a second to soak in, especially being that it's distress ink. Really get it on there good. And hopefully not upside down. I didn't look at that. We'll find out. Phew, didn't. I forgot to check that. Okay, so this one says, for the record. Put that one back in here. There we go. Let's see here. And we already had these tags in here. I don't think they need any type of stamping. Neither do these. So, and should we put something? I really like the way that tag looks just like it is. Okay, and here I put a pull. I put a pull spot in this pocket. So, and then this one already has a tag in it. And then we have these over here. Let me see if there's anything that I really think I just really want to have on there. No, I don't see anything that I think I really want on there. I think I'm just going to leave that just like it is because I just have grown to like that tag and I don't know why. So there we go. Those are our finishing bits. Like I said, I don't want to put a lot of stamping in here. You know, I don't know if, you know, some people like flowers and some people like funny and some people like, you know, serious. So the stamping part can always be done. If anyone wants to add stamps, you can always add stamps later. So that is our book. We are going to close it up now because you have already seen the whole thing at the very beginning of this. So the very first video of this series, well, you will have already seen it, but that is going to be a flip through the book and to show the whole thing. So I really do appreciate you sticking around if you're still here. And if you've made one, I hope that you had a really good time making it. I hope that the instructions were clear. And if you made any changes, that is great. And if you started it and thought, oh, I'm just not going to be able to do this because I put this in that way or I put that in that way and now it's wrong, there is no wrong. You make them however you can, whatever's best for you. And if you've made a mistake, just make it work. Put a pocket on it, put a stamp over it, make a different kind of a fold. It does not have to be just like this book. It has to just be your book. So thank you very much for taking all of this time. It's been a long time, but it has been fun. Thanks again for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And I hope that you all have an outstanding day. Bye-bye.